Om Shanti. I take drishti from Baba, drishti of Pap and Dada on me. Wherever I am sitting, Bab Dada's drishti is on me. Even in Shantivan, when there are thousands of Baba's children, wherever anyone is sitting, they experience Baba's drishti. Baba's drishti shares a lot of love on me, belonging, and helping me to claim my right on Baba. Right of my inheritance, right on Baba's all powers and all relationships. And this right comes from the relationship of the soul with Baba. Right as a child on father's inheritance. Right on the throne of Sadguru Baba. As much I remind myself of my rights, taking Baba's drishti and claiming those rights. Baba gives me inheritance of all knowledge. They are the jewels of knowledge. They are the treasures of knowledge. So I have to become complete. I have to be full with all the treasures of knowledge. And feel apparent with the jewels of knowledge. Of course, one way of filling apparent is listening to Murli. But to own it and to claim the right, I have to reflect, I have to churn on those jewels of knowledge. But I have to be the embodiment. I have to be the image of every aspect of knowledge in the form of wisdom, self-respect, knowing my value, understanding of my part. So I play my part comfortably and with contentment. Baba always says success is your birthright. So when soul is embodiment of knowledge, Baba gives the soul right to all the powers. I have to imbibe all the powers and I use them as much I use. Baba fills the stock also. I don't have to call out for powers from Baba, but I have to claim the right to all powers. Every step I take of courage, the hand of blessings of His help is always there. Use all the powers in personal life to be victorious, Jewel, so that I could glorify my Father. I also claim all the rights on all virtues of Baba. Become the embodiment of virtues. Baba is ocean of love. So I have to be loveful. Baba is ocean of peace. I have to be master ocean of peace. I have to be master, doing the divine task of God. As a child, I receive, and as a master, I use them. Become the master creator by creating the atmosphere of love, atmosphere of peace, wherever we are. Create heavenly atmosphere so that it's at Confluence age. I can experience God's inheritance of heaven. So let us all together, as children of God, as a family, become co-creators with Baba. So that anyone who enters in this space can experience the joy of heaven, peace of heaven. And now, as I go beyond, there is experience of super-sensitive joy, which is deep, which is within me, beyond the temporary pleasures of happiness. This is unlimited, takes me beyond sorrow and happiness, and is consistent. In deep silence, experiencing super-sensitive joy, brings the experience of all attainments.
हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ
दादी, बाबा ने आपको ये वरदान दिया था और आपने आज सवेरे क्लास में भी वर्णन किया कि आपकी नैनों द्वारा बहुत सेवा होंगी और आपकी लिखने से भी बहुत सेवा होंगी। तो आप संदेश लिखते हैं तो विश्व की सेवा हो जाती। परंतु जो नैनों की भाषा है, बाबा नैनों की भाषा हमको क्या सिखानी चाहता?
नैनों की भाषा जो हमारी वृत्ति होती है, स्थिति होती है, वो नैनों से प्रत्यक्ष होता है। मानो कोई क्रोध में है, बोले भले नहीं, लेकिन उसके जो क्रोध के वाइब्रेशन वायुमंडल है, अंदर वृत्ति है, वो बोलने के बिना ही नैनों से पता पड़ता है आज ये जोश में है। तो नैन जो है वो अंदर की वृत्ति जो है वो प्रसिद्ध कर देते हैं। तो हमको बाबा ने जो वृत्ति दी है वो दी है एकदम आत्म अभिमानी की। तो आंखों से भी, नैनों से वो जो स्थिति अंदर की है वो वाइब्रेशन दूसरों को भी पहुंचता है। तो दृष्टि की तो बड़ी महिमा है, क्योंकि दृष्टि से ऋषि मुनि जो थे वो दृष्टि से सांप को भी शांत कर देते थे। तो हमारी दृष्टि तो परमात्म दृष्टि है, उसमें तो बहुत ताकत है।
सतयुग के नैनों की भाषा कुछ अलग होंगी और संगम युग में नैनों की भाषा कुछ अलग है।
सतयुग की जो भाषा होगी खुशी, सुख, प्राप्तियों की, और अभी जो हमारी परमात्म प्राप्तियों की खुशी है उसमें रात दिन का फर्क। वो प्रकृति के साधनों की खुशी होंगी और ये परमात्म प्राप्तियों की खुशी है, इसमें बहुत अंतर। वो तो कामन खुशी हो गई, लेकिन ये अभी संगम युग की जो खुशी है वो परमात्मा द्वारा जो प्राप्त होती है। रोज वरदान मिलता है, रोज बाबा लक्ष्य देता है, सलोगन बताता है, उसकी प्राप्ति और मनन करने की जो खुशी है वो अलग।
ओम शांति। So you heard what Dari Gulzarji said, the attainments of Confluence age are unique, more valuable than even the life of Golden Age. But many of us say and ask, when is Golden Age coming? When will we be in Golden Age? And according to Dadi, Confluence age is very important, very valuable time and attainments. And especially now, with the world conditions where we cannot really go anywhere, do anything, we don't know how long that will be. So we have time to experience all attainments from God. So in one of the Murli recently, Baba said there are godly virtues and there are divine virtues. So when there is purity, which is most important virtue at Confluence age, when as much soul is becoming pure, and in purity one is to conquer vices, becoming viceless. But other is there are lot of sanskars from the past. So in those sanskars, the thoughts come in the mind, and those sanskars play a big part in relationship with others. But as much I become conqueror of sinful actions, what we call it, and then you also become conqueror of Maya. that is fluctuations, disturbance, obstacles, finding something difficult. All those are the games of Maya, right? So I feel that each one of us, as God's child, should always think that I have to claim all my virtues from Baba, godly virtues. They are very unlimited. Even in golden age, love will be unlimited. King and queen will have love for all the subjects. They will like everyone, but still there is a limit, right? But here it's unlimited. And our attitude, when it has that virtue, and as much it is unlimited, it can reach anywhere in the world. Because all of us say we want to be world servers, right? It's not we will be able to travel. Now we can't even go next door. So we don't think of world travel, but we want to be world servers, right? And for that, the best way, best tool is to keep your attitude unlimited and full with love for everyone. And as much you do that, soul consciousness, brotherly, children of Baba, as much you practice, then your each thought will have capacity to reach the souls of the world. So if I have to be world server, how many of you want to be world server? Everyone wants to be world server, right? Because we are children of Baba, right? Baba is our unlimited Baba, so we also have to be unlimited. So pay this attention, as Daddy said, on your attitude. That means there should be virtue in our attitude. Love and peace and brotherly feeling, and we all are one, we belong to one Father, we are one family. All this goes in the attitude. And then from that attitude, our words, our drishti. There is always saying, Jaisi vritti, vaisi vani. That means as is the attitude, so will be the words. Even sometimes words are, that is said, not enough, whatever you say, but your attitude comes in the way of the words. That means the vibrations through your words. So even when we speak, the vibrations come from the attitude. And vibration should be such that it doesn't only touch the intellect, but it should touch the soul. It should touch the heart, so that transformation happens. Not only ordinary words or just words, or even speaking knowledge, Baba said. That's not the time now to sit and talk about explaining through words, but it has to be through your attitude, through your drishti. So when Dadi is saying that all these attainments are of confluence age, so time is valuable. We have to all the time have this awareness. The way we all are sitting, we are at confluence age, right? If we were in Iron Age, you think we must be sitting like this? No. In Iron Age, people can't even sit, right? They are not stable, they can't be at one place, they can't concentrate, they can't connect with Baba. It's only at confluence age, living in the world of sorrow, but with the awareness of the time of confluence age, we are free from sorrow. Baba says, you are Begumpur Badshah. You are the kings of the land which is free from sorrow. Is there any one of you who gets sad? Or who doesn't get sad? Let me see hands, those who never feel sad. No one? Everyone feels sad. No. Mm. Not to give sorrow, not to take sorrow. We have to go beyond. And that, as I mentioned, then there is super sensitive joy, atindriya sukh, in which you are free, you are beyond sorrow and happiness. Otherwise, you are happy, very happy, then you are sad, then you are happy. But there is this stage which we call blissful stage, Anandamayi Sthiti. You know, all these gurus are given title Paramanand, Satyanand, Vishwanand, all Anand. That means they show they have gone beyond worldly sorrow and happiness. Worldly sorrow and happiness, not happiness which we experience now. So Atindriya Sukh, super sensitive joy. They always say that ask gopis and gopis, what's the experience of super sensitive joy? Which is beyond temporary sorrow, temporary happiness. So at least have this determination, because in golden age there will only be joy, only be happiness. But if you still take sorrow, then how will you be in golden age? You will miss sorrow, right? You will say, oh, there is something to be said, like some people know. They like to quarrel. Well, find something to confront, to discuss, to fight, right? So they give example in Delhi, no? They tell some story that there was this lady. She wanted to create conflict all the time. So whenever her husband will come, why you come late? Why you didn't bring this? So one day he decided to come early. So then she was more upset. Why you came so early? Because she wanted something to create conflict. So there are people, they're looking for that, right? But this morning Baba had been saying no sulking and no quarreling. No sulking also. For every little thing, we sulk with each other. Sometimes even with Baba. He didn't give that much. I didn't get what other one got. You know, subtly discontent kind of sanskars. But actually keep yourself on the seat of self-respect and think of your rights from Baba and create the stage which is beyond taking and giving sorrow. Always in the experience of supersensitive joy and feel Baba's presence, you know. Everyone wants to feel. So it's not like our relationship with God as in path of bhakti. We need anything, we want anyone's sorrow. Some, Baba, please do this, please do this. We keep calling out. What we have to do, remember Baba, understanding everyone's karma philosophy, connect the souls with Baba and let them take power from Baba. Many say, you think Baba did this for you? Baba removed your suffering. I said, Baba did it, but I also did myself. If I don't want to be well, if I don't want to be healed, so even if Baba does it, I won't experience it. So internally, there has to be have determination. What determination? That I will not give sorrow, I will not take sorrow. I will never sulk. I will never cause any conflict. Always proof of solution, giving happiness to everyone. Sukh dena hai. Little things can give people comfort and care. And comfort and care is very nurturing in life. Say if you are not comfortable with physical things, you're not comfortable in relationship, you're not comfortable with many things. But how do I make everything in such a way that I am comfortable and everyone else, I care for everyone. And this caring nature, which I saw in Brahma Baba so much, Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Janki, amazingly their caring nature was so much of joy. Dadi used to love to go to Global Hospital every day. She will get the list of how many BKs are in the hospital. I want to visit them. Then of course there are other patients, they got Toli, Dadi's Disti also. So one time Dadi Janki, she was in California, I was there with Gayatri's father was having open heart surgery and she came. So anyway, by the time she reached, his surgery was over, but she walked in the hospital. So some nurses are asking Dadi, because she was at that time maybe 90 plus, how come your cheeks are so nice? How come you look so young? So Dadi, I don't remember exact words, she said, I use a special cream. So they say, what is that cream? Where you get it? She said, that cream is God's love. God always loves me, so that's why my face and my cheeks are always very nice. So somewhere you show that care you're getting from God. So Brahma Baba was very caring. He will find out every little thing, children got this or not, children received this or not, are they comfortable or not. I personally experienced so much care. I didn't like to travel much at that time, but Baba wanted me to go to many states of India. Wherever, go to Jaipur, go here. And I was young, not easy to travel in train in India alone. But when I reach there, the way they will receive me and keep me and give me what I always like to eat. So they won't say anything. Then in the end, they will say that it was from Madhuban. Baba told to inform us that you like this. So why he has to do that? I was like kind of, why Baba has to do that? But because he knew that I'm very new, and when you come from a comfort of a family, and then you are used to certain ways, Baba wanted to provide whatever is best at that time. Even for living, for eating, for anything. There was that true love, true care. Proper care was there. Because that's what is love. It doesn't mean he was spoiling us, but rather he was making us detach from Lokik, so that our intellect is not pulled and I say, oh, I used to be like this at home, this was better there. So even while sacrificing, he made us sacrifice, but with lot of love, no harshness. He was very firm. He had set rules and regulations, but very comforting, very careful, very caring. And this care is needed most at this time, emotionally, physically, because there is some kind of fear, stress, could be loneliness, some kind of lack of, like feeling of getting more support is there. And that is why when I see all of us together, today we had all US instruments together, this whole feeling of belonging, whole feeling of if there is anything. And you know what people expect? Something little. I know yesterday's instrument from other countries, they called and they were sharing how difficult it is financially. What do you all need? You tell me what you need. No, no, we are okay. But what did I lose when I ask? And suppose even if somebody asks to give you $100, it's not a big thing. It's Baba's Bandara. Baba will take care. But it's not they take it, it's just the feeling that yes, there is someone we can depend, there is feeling of belonging. So this care in any way, whether it is spiritually, you don't scold people for not having power, but you help them to be empowered. If you tell someone, oh, you are so weak, and other person you just say, little more power is necessary. Once we had a program called Global Cooperation for Better World, where we have one of the principle, everything we will say will be in a positive way. So instead of saying there shouldn't be pollution, we had to say there should be clean air. Everything we had to think and say had to be in positive way. It was such a beautiful training when we used to do workshops, because people are so used to saying it should be not like this, it shouldn't be like this. But we had to say in a positive way what should be like. And I still remember a lot of us learned a lot at that time of how we say things which are positive, which are encouraging, which creates good relationships, good vibrations. So this kind of spiritual and physical care. When you are sitting, you're eating, someone comes, and if you say, oh, you want something to eat? Do you want to have tea? Yes, no, I just had it, I am full. But if you don't ask, another person is looking at the food, how you feel. So you ask, and okay, if that person said, yeah, I will have little, okay, come, join. Doesn't happen now. So this care from Baba's love, same for Dadi Prakashmani, very loving, very caring, lot of compassion, where there was forgiveness, there was mercy. So even they were very disciplined and strict in their own way, but was very, very caring and compassionate. So at this time, our hearts, our attitude should be full of compassion, kindness, a lot of love, and it should be expressed in form of care. Every time I ask everyone, all like so many countries, do you need anything? Do you have food? Is everything okay? But someone says, no, 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 how can I give what I have? Because what will happen to me? When you will give, especially at this time, you will get 10 times more. And it's Baba's Bandara. It's good, no? If you give from Baba's Bandara, it will get more food. Giving always brings more, no, resources. But so this care, what I'm saying, this belonging, is really what is soul seeking at this time. And some are not able to feel directly from Baba. If I had to feel Shiv Baba's, I felt through the. So same is what Baba had to give, I got through Dadi Prakashmani or all the Dadis, no? So we all have to be loving and caring, compassionate. Baba said, Data Vardata, bestower, bestower of blessings all the time. So this will keep our attainments, our intoxication, our self-respect to the highest. You will feel like a king, right? One who gives feels like a king. So understood that we are Baba's children, we are Baba's instruments. So our love, our kindness, our compassion, our sharing with others brings not only joy to us, but also create our fortune. That's how I feel. Anything little I have, if it can be used in worthwhile way, someone who is in the need, gives great joy. Instead of I keep storing it. I always look for a right person who can really use it properly. So God's love, our attitude full of God's love. Someone said very nicely that these Brahma Kumaris can always keep smiling and keep giving love and still remain detached because they're not giving their own love, they give God's love. And I really liked it when she said it. Even I don't know if I was aware that it's not I love you, God loves you, so I love you. So I am really sharing is God's love. It doesn't make you dependent, but gives you power. My love could make you little dependent. That I have to get from Sister Mohinididi, I have to know. But when I share God's love, you are self-sufficient, independent, and you stay connected with Baba. So I liked when this was said that God's love is shared. I take from God and then I share with others. So I liked what the Gulzar said nicely that attainments of confluence age are higher than of golden age. Golden age, okay, you live comfortably, good life, good gardens, good fruits, good family. And she said that's material happiness. Confluence age is super sensitive joy. Happiness of serving, happiness of giving, happiness of becoming, happiness of celebrating, meeting with God. Can make a long list of how many kinds of happiness, which are very unique, which are very different than the attainments and the happiness from the Lokik life. Because all that is limited, make you dependent, more dependent. But here, more you receive, more you give, and you keep becoming self-sufficient, full. And you become full to an extent that you don't need really anything. So it is unique. It is unique, everything of confluence age. But remind yourself very often, I am at confluence age. We all have still some karmic accounts, but don't think in the way Lokik person will think. Whether it is about money, whether it is about health, whether about relationship. Oh, because if you think the way Lokik person think, you forget that you are at confluence age, so your energy is different. Your direction is different than them. Even for use of money, if you ask Lokik person what to do, they will advise you differently. But if you look at Baba's Shrimat, it's completely different. So Baba's Shrimat is unique. Attainments are unique. So instead of worrying about subtle reason too much, You should at confluence age feel yourself to be in the subtle region, to be in subtle space. You cannot go there, that's fine. But what about creating that relationship with Baba, presence of Baba, and drama? Every moment, drama is moving, moving, moving. So Baba never thought, if I could have done this. No, it was drama. It had to be like that. Even if you do mistake, you realize mistake. Promise to Baba, I won't make it again. But you can't do anything. You can't erase it. So two things, you ask for forgiveness to Baba and then prepare to face it when consequences come. Baba gave me power so that if the result is not right and consequences of my mistakes, I ask for forgiveness, but I prepare. If it has to be settled, then I will. But Baba's forgiveness might remove it. It could happen. Many times it does happen. Say, Baba, I didn't really intentionally do it. Can you forgive me for this? Either I said something to someone or some mistakes. In Hindi, mistakes are called bhule. And bhule means, oh, I was not aware and I did it. Unintentionally, you make little mistakes. So you tell Baba because we come to know. So we all have to be caring, but also very careful. Within Brahmin family, interaction, but also with Lokik people, interaction. Even the words you say, that day someone said, thanks to Karuna, we cannot thank Karuna because people are suffering now, people are dying. But we can say it another way, that whatever is happening in the world is a great opportunity for us to isolate, to be in solitude, take care of our spiritual development. Because nobody should feel that whatever is happening in the world, we are happy about it, right? Someone said today, I'm very sad about it. I said, we can't do that also. But Baba had said all this will happen. So what we have to do, be in our spiritual state, and conversations, whether Lokik or within Brahmin family, should be of wisdom. Every word we say does some service. And it's so interesting that any word you speak, it gets known in the whole world, right? So I have to process the thoughts, I have to reflect properly. So we also are very careful with our actions at present. Time of settling, we shouldn't be battling first thing. If you are battling, then you create again something. You didn't completely settle, you created by reacting to something or making small mistakes. So as I said, we all do, but ask for forgiveness from Baba and then immediately have lot of good wishes towards yourself and everyone else, others with whom you have difficulty. So confluence age is a very time of transition between old and new, Tamo Pradhan and Sato Pradhan. But it shouldn't pull other side, Tamo Pradhan side, shouldn't pull us because of any reason. But if sanskars are there, karmic accounts are still there, it will pull. Now my pull should be only from Baba. My intellect and mind should be pulled by Baba, so that I can take signals from Baba, directions from Baba, follow Shrimat accurately, and sort out everything in the life. Sort out whatever is useful, you need it, you keep. Rest, you say, is for Baba, for service. That's what I do. I say, this is what I need to use, this is I keep, and rest is Baba's. Baba's Bandara, for Baba's, any child can use. So lot has to be taken care of. So Baba is keep giving extension, right? We had 2 weeks now, almost a month. But now it's like whole month of May. So we will still continue in some way or other and think about our attainments of confluence age and take full benefit of this time. Okay.
So there is a question. What is the difference between mercy and compassion?
Mm.
Sometimes it's addressed same way, but there are two different words.
No, there is mercy. Mercy is like, we call it daya. And compassion is more where there is love, there is kindness. Mercy is just mercy. And Baba says mostly because if someone has hurt you or done something, so you have to be merciful because maybe that person didn't do intentionally. So Baba says if you can't love someone, at least be merciful. Many times we try to help people in mercy. And if we don't keep the maryadas of karmic accounts, you could be deceived, right? But compassion is higher than that, where there is total non-violence, there is kindness, there is love. You don't want to hurt anyone. You don't want to harm anyone. Like sympathy and empathy. So mercy is more kind of being merciful. You see someone suffering, you're merciful. That is good, then you help. Compassionate is more higher than that. Very, very totally non-violent inside.
So there is one more saying that it was said that for double foreigners that in their previous life, somewhere or another, they were connected to Baba's service. That's why this birth is outside of Bharat, but still they belong to Baba afterwards. So is it in previous birth somewhere they pass through the yagya or only somewhere connected to service?
Well, I don't know everyone's chart, but definitely those souls who belong to deity religion, those who belong to golden age, they will all be connected in different ways. And of course, then it's with maybe within the family of Yagya, somewhere you are connected in different ways. You might be cooperative or you might be, so all of us are connected because the roots and the branch, the main trunk is deity religion. And then from there, all different religions emerge. So many, many are converted into those religions and they come back now to the original, and that is with their divine nature, love for purity, love for God, which many people have, but then ours is those who belong to deity religion. Baba says they will accept purity in a natural way. Most of us love purity as soon as we came. Oh, is it possible? We never thought you can live such a life. But belonging to Baba, becoming pure, is so natural for us. So this shows not only connection with Yagya, but from the roots with the trunk. And then, of course, in the end, you are also connected with Yagya.
So somebody's asking, as you talked about sorrow. So when we feel sorrow because of maybe past karmas with souls or whatever, so how should we quickly change it and come out of that? And when did you feel sorrow last?
Mm. When I belonged to Baba, even before, I never liked sorrow, really, some or other. So one thing I knew that attachment causes sorrow. So I was very detached from very beginning because I don't want to go through, you love this one, then you feel sorrow, then separation, I said it's too much to deal with. But then I realized that if I am doing good, thinking good, then why am causing sorrow to myself? Why I am allowing to be in sorrow? So even if someone said something, I will stay in self-respect and not take that sorrow. So let's say sometimes people directly accuse you of certain things or blame you for certain things. But at that time, I'm not hurt because I feel that's what they think. But this is not what I am. I stay with my truth. Someone said, you said it, and I never said it. So instead of taking that sorrow that I was accused and this one blamed me, it's so interesting that. So I always see every situation is an opportunity to conquer, to pass that test. So I was somewhere in India, very young still. I was still in college, but I was helping at some center. So someone wrote something to Baba about me, which I am not me, whatever. So Baba called me and Baba said, I know you haven't done this, but still Baba wants to tell you that this one has written it. But the way Baba said it, that I know that you won't do that. Both ways, it created more trust. Plus, it's true because a lot of things are not in my habits, like taking interest in useless things, getting involved with matters of others, the stories of others. I'm not ever interested since childhood because I feel why I'm taking all that. So I have to think when last I felt sorrow. Because as I said, I had been a kind of detached person because I didn't want it to take sorrow. And after belonging to Baba, you understand true detachment. But, like say, when I came in Gyan, my family was, in the beginning, they went and they were very, kind of, socially, they didn't want it to connect with Brahma Kumaris because what will society say, all this. So every night they will say a lot of things. But I won't mind it because I used to say that they doing it out of attachment for me or they thinking of my well-being. So I don't remember even they saying all kinds of things. And then I told Baba, and Baba said, that's the way you get more detached also. So I have to really think it must have been somewhere. But two things in my life I don't remember. One is things of sorrow. And second, I don't remember mishaps. You know, when accidents, things like that happen, I just delete it from my memory very quickly, because otherwise thoughts keep coming back, thoughts keep coming back. Like today someone said, okay, you watch the scenes of what is going on around the world. I also keep some information, but watching is like it goes in you, no? So many things I don't take inside. I say, no, I'm not going to watch, because those images will appear somewhere. Could be in dreams, could be like when you are not very attentive. It has influence on mind. No? That is why I love this project. We have images and voices. That image has effect and a voice has effect. So I think we have to be in self-respect, where criticism, what people think, but that's what they think, right? But I have to think what Baba says to me, right? I have to have Baba's vision on me, not how others look at me. Baba's drishti is on me. I belong to Baba. Baba says so many beautiful things. He gives so many blessings. So why I take sorrow? So not to give sorrow, not to take sorrow. Whatever is my part, even some other souls might say, no, you can't do this. No, I will do what is my part, right? There are different expectations from my role than what they say, what they think. That's their part, they think. What is my part, I have to think. So keeping oneself in self-respect close to Baba definitely helps, where you don't take sorrow. Even when it comes to my physical ailment, anything, I don't take it in the mind. I said, Baba's instrument, Baba will take care. I have to just be in Baba's remembrance and practice bodiless state. Be in Baba's remembrance, be in self-respect. I mean, that had been a percentage keep increasing, but that had been kind of principle and the concept I maintained in my life.
This is about time, like Baba had said in the Murlis, that time will come that drama will make you do effort. So is this the time? And how do you see next few months in this situation? So I'm just combining 2-3 questions.
What I
How
see.
do you see next few months?
Actually, we can't predict, and but I definitely say yes, Baba has given us time. Drama is really kind of making us realize that this is a time to become full. It's like Baba giving us time to become complete, full, to serve. It's not just selfish, but our completion has a lot to do with the world affairs, right? But what will be next few weeks? It's not going to be easy. We won't be able to relax in the sense of everything is okay, because there will be many, many consequences. No? Many consequences for whole system, structures, industries, everything to build up again. It will take quite a while. And now they're all announcing another September's epidemic from now. They say it's going to be stronger. So I think what we have to do, not think too much about future, don't plan long term, focus on your efforts, remembrance, be at present. Have enough of everything, not too much. But I don't really use a lot of thoughts about future. I just say it's drama. Today went well, it was good, we are okay, we are together. Thank Baba. Let's see tomorrow. Whenever we ask Baba about certain things, Baba said it's real drama, you all have to watch. But we say, but Baba said it's ordained drama, you can tell us, no? Baba said, then how will you pass your test? You can't put your test paper out, no? If you are given test paper before and then ask you to sit in exam, that doesn't work. So stay very, very spiritual, light. But two thing is that in this seriousness, don't be heavy. Be very light and happy. Light and happy energy is very important at this time. Even whatever is serious, but that seriousness can cause anxiety. Alertness can cautious, that can be anxiety also. So be very natural, protection of Baba, not careless but careful. Yeah, I wish I could tell more about future, but I can't. I don't know.
This is last. Actually, you must have said it, but they want to know in one yukti, like if somebody is getting too many negative thoughts or having so much fear and stress, what one yukti you can give them, like in 1 minute or
Have faith in God. He is the creator. He knows our future. Think of God, be with God, and He will help you. So no more sorrow from today, right? You have to be remover of sorrow of others. Okay. Om Shanti. Okay, so you carry with you, sleep with all the love from God and then amongst family, right? We can't touch anyway now, right? We have to be 10 feet apart, but spiritual love is there always. So everyone, Om Shanti, good night, and see you all tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening. Baba has given us such an opportunity to be together. So don't feel lonely, don't worry. Baba is with us. We all are together as travelers. So everything is okay, will be okay, right? Okay. Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.